to our episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And in the world of we've had a lot of that on this show in the 5+ years we've been doing this. This is definitely not up there, but goddamn is it close. So today we're looking at the official teaser trailer for new Netflix original series.
Live action.
It doesn't matter anymore. There's been like a million of these.
I know.
Resident Evil. Okay.
Resident Evil, yes.
So this is the second Netflix series, the first being part of the actual franchise, and this one
animated. This one is its own
being
thing.
A reboot. So I'm going to do a little bit of backstory because this is interesting.
Make it quick.
About a year and a half ago or so, the script for this leaked, and people, especially Resident Evil fans, are taken aback by the direction they were going, considering where they're taking one of the most villainous characters of the series, and where they're going to take the most iconic locations of the series in a different direction. So we have Lance Reddick, of course, from Fringe, amazing actor,
phenomenal actor.
He plays Albert Wesker, which I heard that casting, I'm like, sure. I'm like, as long as you keep the character the way he is. Then I heard he's supposed to have daughters. This is supposed to take place 30 years before. It's supposed to have two times. 30 years before the events of the outbreak, 30 years after the events of the outbreak. Before the outbreak, 30 years after.
What time jumping in the series, put it that way?
It's being produced by the same company who did Welcome to Raccoon City. It also, one of his daughters is being played by Ella Balinska, who's in Forspoken, is the lead in the video game Forspoken. And the only thing I can find on the showrunner is that it's somebody who worked on a Star show called Vita and the Purge TV series. And
so let's dive into this for the official Netflix teaser trailer for Resident Evil. So let's rip off the Band-Aid. Here we go.
Or keep the bandage.
I'd like to build the world a home.
New Raccoon City.
2022. What the fuck? Jill, Billy. Luckily he's out. Teddy bear's new.
I know, right?
July 14th. Neat. So one thing to take away is that it's an interesting scenario. I guess this time they're doing it to where what if Umbrella fully took over Raccoon City?
Yeah.
Like, it made it their own, because they call it New Raccoon City.
New Raccoon City, yeah.
And now we are, it looks like 10 years later, I was off by like a couple decades. We're now a decade later to where, well,
everything is
shit. Alice ran Resident Evil films, basically. Yeah. Everything's gone to shit. And that's the main focus, is just Albert Wesker and his daughters.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it.
What I like pretty much, what is different, what I like is like we're jumping back and forth of like showing, it's flashing back and forth between like pre-zombies to like, it's like almost as if we're getting closer to, one end, the start of it, we're following like how they're trying to survive at the same time. I did watch the interview that Lance Reddick did with G4 and why he chose this role. He's like, what he liked about this role is that there are moments where it's like, yes, people know this guy is the bad guy in the game, stuff like that, and then even in the show, there are times where it's like he jumps back and forth from like, okay, he's his good father, but there are times when it's just like, is he, he feels like if he's doing the right thing or not, because he's, of course he's slowly turning into this person that a lot of people know of already, from the game, stuff like that. He's like, I love that. He's like, he loved the transition, and he loved just the aspect of what this man is going through and why his mind is, the way it is and stuff like that.
Okay. I don't know what to feel about this, honestly. Like, Wesker has always just been the bad guy. It's like, and I'm not saying, like, I haven't done my research, I haven't seen if he was ever a good guy. No, this guy's always been an asshole.
Well, I know that. And I think what they're trying to do, I'm not trying to defend the show or anything like that. I'm just trying to see... I'm trying. It's kind of difficult to try to find a positive outlook to this.
My only faith is as Lance Reddick, and I know he's a good actor, and I know he'll bring whatever he can to the role. I just don't feel like this is the direction a character like Wesker should be going. It's just me.
I know.
I get it's Netflix's own interpretation, but I have to agree with what I read online recently. What somebody said is, it feels like remember what they've done with a couple of Die Hard films. They took what was supposed to be a random movie and turned it into a Die Hard film.
Yeah, I know.
I get the same feeling here. This was originally a sci-fi zombie plot. Decided they're gonna slap Resident Evil on it.
Yeah, I understand that. I see it more for me personally. I see it more as a Wesker origin story, to where it's like this guy, maybe he started off as that type of like, hey, you know, he was somebody, he was, somebody before he was maybe a dick or something like that. But I said, that's how I see it. Like I said, I'm not saying they're going that route, but that's what it feels like. I could be completely wrong, and this could literally just make it into shit. Who knows? But it really feels like, cause like I said, even when I was listening to his interview on G4 stuff like that, it's like, it sounds like, it's like we're slowly seeing this transition into what eventually became as this dick who just at some point he just said, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. This is I could, like I said, I could be wrong. I'm not trying.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
No, I know that. I understand you're not disagreeing. I'm not, and that's why I said I'm trying to. It's kind of hard to try to defend this series, especially if it's like for those who grew up playing these game series and knowing these characters, knowing these roles and who they are and where they come from. I'm trying to find just a little bit of light of maybe there is something there. Maybe there's going to be a big twist, or maybe there's more to it than what they're showing here. Who knows? This show could turn out to be really bad, and it's like, okay, I was wrong. But I'm just trying to find maybe the positive, maybe just a little bit, just a tiny bit of positive side to what they're trying to do overall.
I'll check it out, morbid curiosity, but I'm not really gonna be attached to the show.
No, I know.
No, I'm saying, I feel like the way I'm saying it sounds like I'm being like a dick about it, but like I will check it out, morbid curiosity. Will I stick with it? Probably not. Like nobody's gotten the pretty much. Nobody has decided. Nobody's gotten the story the way that like a lot of fans want them to stick with. That's what. Like if they removed, like you said about the scripting, if they removed all the Resident Evil elements to it and called it Outbreak, I would have been like. If taking the Resident Evil part of it, just focusing on that aspect, I would like, it's an interesting premise to go with. Matt's guy who eventually becomes a mad scientist basically creates a zombie apocalypse and is focusing on one of his daughters trying to survive what he caused. Cool. With the Resident Evil dynamic with it, I'm more skeptical. I think that's where I come down to it. With the Resident Evil elements, I'm more skeptical to it. Without the Resident Evil elements, it's an interesting premise. But yeah, I'll probably check it maybe an episode or two, but that's really it.
Yeah.
So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little more than anybody else when it comes to talking about Netflix original series, hit the subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon as well.
What did you guys think of this? I mean, for you diehard fans of Resident Evil, who love the game series, who played all the games, who know this lore, and then just everything behind the scenes of where the story's been, or it's been lately and stuff like that. What do you guys takes on it? But also for those who pretty much, don't really dive into the lore, or at least have just watched the films or just know of the game, but never really, what do you guys' take on it? Is it something that you wouldn't mind? It's like, hey, I wouldn't mind checking out just to see where they're going with this series. Because there's some people who are like, they maybe just want to watch it just because it's just a action horror, or just a horror survivalist side of it, overall, without maybe just not thinking about, it's not Resident Evil, it's stuff like that, just to see, hey, how is it turn out to be? Was it like, as a series itself without, just thinking about the Resident Evil side of things? I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on it? Is it something you can't wait for, something that it's like you're excited for, or those are just, it's like you're hesitant because nobody really has gotten it down to what everybody has been wanting from a Resident Evil film or even series? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall to this teaser, but most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And anything Resident Evil related pertaining to trailers and stuff, you can check out right here on the channel. But until next time, no, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very, and I say this sarcastically, not so Resident Evil filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.